We read in the first book of Samuel, chapter 2, the story of his birth following with his call to service. Samuel's mother, Hannah, did not have children. She was desperate to have a child, so she prayed. She made a prayer. And in that prayer, she also made a promise. She asked God for a child and promised that if you give me a child, I will dedicate that child back to you as a gift to serve you all the days of that child's life. And indeed, God gave Hannah a child, firstborn child. She named him Samuel, and when the child was weaned of his mother and could be separated from his mother, Hannah took this child to the temple, handed the child to Eli the priest, asking the priest to raise this child, mentor this child, prepare this child for service to the Lord. Indeed, Samuel embraced that life. So we read in scriptures in 1 Samuel chapter 2, verse 18 and verse 21. The boy Samuel ministered before the Lord, a boy wearing a linen ephod. Meanwhile, the boy Samuel grew up in the presence of the Lord. Samuel embraced that which his mother had purposed for him. He embraced faith, he embraced service, not only because his mother said so, and his mother saying so is a good enough reason to embrace faith, to obey his mother. And not just because Eli mentored him to be a priest, although that too will be a good reason when your teacher points your feet into a certain path, mentors you, and points a certain direction to follow. It's a good idea to listen to your teacher and follow that path. But we know that Samuel embraced faith because he also made a decision to embrace that which was handed to him. When the time came, Samuel received a distinct call from God with instructions, and Samuel followed. God called him, God gave him instructions, so his faith journey began because it was set in that path ahead of time, and then he embraced that which was handed to him. Like Ebenezer.moment, faith journey takes a specific and different turn for everyone. For some, the journey begins right within their faith community, the community of faith where they attend and fellowship frequently, receiving and learning about the gospel story. At some point, they weigh for themselves the truth of that message and make a decision to embrace that message. And thus their faith journey begins. For others, the journey begins at home, born and raised within a tradition where the message of the gospel is shared. And at some point, as they grow, individuals start to weigh the message they've been receiving, check it out for themselves, and make a decision if that message aligns or if they believe the gospel that is presented to them. And thus, a faith journey begins. Others, it may begin alone somewhere after years of hearing the message, learning about the message, reading about the message, exploring options of different messages that are presented about faith. They make the decision to embrace the message, enter into a relationship with God, and thus their faith journey begins. Hello, my name is Florence Juma, and I'm delighted to inform you that Ebenezer Moments is now trending on our social media handles.